HDFC is so pricey. HDFC doesn't have any add-ons to reduce waiting periods for pre-existing conditions. They don't even have a maternity cover. I am not saying this. This has been the reaction of a few folks, even some from our very own YouTube community. But folks, prepare to have your minds blown because HDFC has just dropped 3 crazy new riders that are about to make you, us, and a whole lot of people happy. So, if you already have an HDFC Ergo health insurance policy or are thinking about getting one, you need to stick around because these riders could make all the difference in how much value you could actually get from them. Hello folks, you're watching Ditto Insurance. I am Shashank, and before we dive in, if you're new to our channel, hit the subscribe button so you can stay updated. And if you're struggling finding which policy or rider works for you, book a free consultation with Ditto's IRDAI certified advisors. No spam, no forced sales, just honest advice to help you make the right choice. The link is in the description. Now, let's dive right in. HDFC Ergo's 3 new riders are ABCD Chronic Care Rider, Limitless add-on, Parenthood rider, or simply maternity cover. Now, let's break each one of them down one by one. This rider addresses one of the biggest concerns about HDFC Ergo because people were concerned about the fact that even if they went ahead with HDFC Ergo, there was no way to reduce waiting periods for pre-existing conditions or PEDs. But now, with ABCD Chronic Care, you get immediate coverage for hospitalization expenses due to 4 critical chronic conditions: asthma, blood pressure, both high and low, high cholesterol, and type 2 diabetes. Hence the name ABCD. Note that similar add-ons are being offered by Care Supreme with Instant Cover add-on, Aditya Birla Active 1 Max with Chronic Care add-on, Niva Bupa with Disease Management Rider, and ICICI Lombard's Jumpstart add-on. Okay, now you might now ask, but Shashank, what's the catch here with HDFC's ABCD coverage rider though? Well, there are 3 to be precise. 1. You can only select up to 3 conditions out of the 4 to be covered. 2. It can be added only at the start of the policy or during renewal, not in between. So, if you have an existing HDFC Ergo policy, you can only add this rider during your next renewal, and if you need help with that, head to the link in the description and talk to our advisors who can help you do just that. And the last catch is, once you add an ABCD coverage add-on, it must be continued for life. That means you cannot remove it later. But wait, let me tell you that there are no additional loadings for conditions you select. So that's a relief. Now, the cost. It will cost you 25% of your base premium. So, for example, if your policy costs you Rs 16,000 and if you opt for this add-on, your premium will come up to 20,000 rupees. Before you go out thinking that it's expensive, let me give you a real-world scenario. If you're a 35-year-old professional managing diabetes and high BP, this rider is like a financial shield. And why do I say that? Because it provides lifetime coverage, meaning you're protected year after year, and if God forbid you were to get hospitalized, you would save a lot more. So, if you have diabetes, hypertension, or high cholesterol and have an HDFC Ergo plan or are planning to get one, this is a must consider add-on. And if you or someone from your family is dealing with chronic conditions, then our free consultation can help you understand exactly how this rider can protect you. Link is in the description. Now, the next add-on has to be my favorite because folks, let me tell you this. Have you ever heard of infinite health insurance coverage? Because this is possibly the most revolutionary add-on I have seen in health insurance industry for a while. Sounds too good to be true? Let me break it down for you. Say if your entire sum insured plus bonuses plus restore benefits get exhausted somehow, the Limitless rider kicks in and covers any extra hospitalization expenses without any upper limit. Exactly, without any upper limit. Confused? Let me take an example and explain this to you. Let's say you have a 20 lakh rupee health insurance plan. You get hospitalized for a major illness and your total bill is 50 lakh rupees. Normally, once you hit your 20 lakh limit, you would have to pay the extra 30 lakhs from your own pocket. But with this Limitless rider, that extra 30 lakhs is covered. No limits, no extra out-of-pocket expenses. But there are some rules and conditions for this one. 1. The rider must be opted at the start of the policy or during renewal, just like ABCD coverage rider. Oh, and if you opt out, you can never opt back in for this rider. So yes, commitment is important here. There is no second chance. 2. Claims under this add-on are payable only if the base policy claim is accepted under inpatient hospitalization or daycare procedures or inpatient Ayush treatments and not under OPD or domiciliary treatments. 3. Same waiting periods, room rent limits and deductibles as the base plan will apply to this add-on. 4. Premiums are fixed percentages based on the cover amount and are priced somewhat like this. The table must be on your screen right now. This feature is similar to offerings by ICICI Elevate with their Infinite Care add-on and Star Superstars Limitless Care add-on. So Shashank, who should ideally get this rider, you ask? Well, this add-on is great for those who want absolute financial security in case of 1 or 2 major medical emergencies and don't want to be spending from their pockets. Before I head to the final rider, let me remind you that we at Ditto believe that everyone should be insured. It doesn't matter where you get your insurance from, but we aim to spread awareness around the importance of insurance. And if you choose Ditto, you get our support right from application process till claims, and the best thing, our services are totally free and we don't spam, never. So book your free call with the link in the description. So folks, yes, HDFC Ergo finally has a maternity add-on, which brings us to the third rider that they've called Parenthood rider. So what does this cover? It covers 5 things. 1. Maternity expenses for both normal and C-section delivery. 2. Prenatal medical expenses from 180 days before childbirth. 3. Postnatal medical expenses 180 days after childbirth. 4. IVF treatments for first 2 cycles of IVF treatment. And 5. Embryo freezing expenses. Now folks, I am no professor of biology, but let me give you a quick run of what HDFC Ergo aims to cover with this rider. So listen carefully if you're planning to start a family soon. Under maternity expenses, there is a cap. Maximum coverage in a lifetime is for 2 deliveries or 2 terminations or 1 delivery and 1 termination. This excludes ectopic pregnancy, voluntary termination, donor eggs or sperm surrogacy, and cosmetic procedures. Now, under prenatal medical expense, which means before the baby is born, you get coverage for antenatal checkups, gynec consultations, sonogram, vaccines for expecting mother, diagnostic tests, and prescribed medications, and this is only payable if maternity expenses claim is approved. Under postnatal medical expenses, you get coverage for gynec consultations, postpartum complications, medication supplements, and physiotherapy if prescribed. But this excludes expenses for newborn baby and cosmetic procedures. Now, hear me out because IVF is an interesting one. Because as I mentioned before, there is a coverage for the first 2 cycles of IVF of insured's lifetime, covering ovarian stimulation, which includes retrieval of egg, fertilizing it, transferring the embryo to uterus and harvesting it, and pre-implantation diagnostic tests prescribed by the treating medical practitioner. But this doesn't include donor or egg sperm surrogacy or non-medically recommended procedure. But not everyone is eligible. Here are some conditions that you might need to consider. 1. You must have at least 1 female who is 18 plus insured under the base policy. 2. No copay, deductible or sublimits from the base policy apply to this add-on. 3. There is a mandatory waiting period. Yes, 24 months or 2 years. This means you need to hold the rider for 2 years, keep paying for it before actually claiming it in the 3rd year. The coverage limits and pricing for the same is on your screen now. Well, we at Ditto analyze this rider and here are our observations. There's no coverage for newborn child against complications and high premiums compared to the coverage offered, meaning that this is more of a maternity savings fund than an actual insurance benefit. And if you've watched our previous videos, you know that we don't recommend having a maternity rider because of the high costs and limited coverage for the insured individual. Regardless, we are coming up with a video where we'll compare some top maternity plans that you can consider. So subscribe to Ditto and stay informed. So finally, what is Ditto's recommendation? We are happy with the fact that HDFC rolled out these add-ons, and if we have to be very honest with you, out of the 3, Limitless and ABCD Chronic Care make the most sense to us at the moment and are quite a good launch. For the Parenthood rider, which is the maternity cover, we would have to evaluate the suitability on a case-to-case basis. Also note that these riders are still in the process of going live and are not fully available to the customers yet. So folks, That brings us to the end of this video. Please like the video and support our initiative to make India insurance aware. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, happy insurance hunting.